this time my voice is shaking, and I'd like to marry her. So he giggled. Young people of today, how can you come alone with I think of this. I told my mom the same day, and she agreed to come with me the following day to meet my father-in-law.
You know that when you came with your mommy and you left, my daddy called me later.
Okay.
And then he was like, the gentleman that came, how well do you know him? He came to declare his intentions towards you.
Huh?
He wanted to find out from me if I'm aware of anything of that sort, and how well I know you, if I've studied you properly. And I made him understand that he's a good man. One thing that we of today, unfortunately, do not have is I don't know, we don't have that avenue to go to someone's neighborhood to make inquiries, because you realize that it's either the person has relocated from where he grew up, or the people that he grew up with have relocated or something. We don't live in villages like
anymore
we used to in the olden days.
And now
where
it
you
looks
could
like
make inquiries.
if you want an information about someone, when you post a person's picture on social media, you get it.
You get it.
That's the village community.
Yeah. So he called me, and then he was like, okay, I don't know where to go and ask of him from, but what I can do is, okay, so what does he do in church? Where does he work? Then I can make inquiries from those places. So he asked that I give the contact of my pastor, and so I did, and he was very content with the answers that he got, and he was like, okay, so at least we've made a headway. We can start from somewhere.
Man,
yeah.
You should see the energy and the excitement that filled my heart. Yes,
so we started our counseling in January.
Yes.
And we finished. It was supposed to be a 6-month counseling, but we finished
supposed to finish in July.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, unfortunately for me, my daddy passed on, and he had to be buried from. We actually decided we were going to marry in July because it was my birth month. So I was trying to see if we could fix it around that time, but because my daddy died, we shifted it to December and around her birthday, so that it will always be like memorable, celebrating my wife's birthday and also our marriage anniversary. So we fixed the date somewhere in December. I had to move from Western Region to Accra to take my daddy to the hospital, and she was here. So at a point she was doing her counseling here and I was doing my counseling in Accra for a particular period.
So during that period, even though we had shifted it from July to December, we were still not very sure as to whether it was going to hold in December or not.
Yeah.
Because now even the place to stay had become a problem since my husband had relocated to Accra. And we didn't really want to have this long distance marriage thing. So we wanted to work on settling at a particular place.
Okay.
I was looking for a job.
Yes.
Then. Yes. At that particular point in time, we still were not sure as to where we were going to finally settle. The nature of my profession is such that it's not hard to get a job. So I was the dynamic person, ready to flow and be anywhere that my husband would want us to be. So I remember, since my husband was now in Accra and sort of started to work in Accra, I had to also try to get a job in Accra. And just when I tried to get a job in Accra and I got the job, he got a better offer that was bringing him back to Takoradi. Yes, I also had 3 jobs around that time. I went for 3 interviews just around the same time, and then 2 were giving me the offer in Accra. 1 was giving me an offer in Takoradi. So now I knew my husband was going to come back to Takoradi, and so I decided to take the job that was bringing me to, or that was going to make me stay in Takoradi. So that was it. On and on and on. The buying of the things. We're still buying things.
We're still buying things.
Now,
so we got the official list from her parents. We were in Accra. We bought a few things, and we kept them at my end. But we started buying the drinks and the water too for the ceremony.
You kept them at my place.
Yeah, the drinks and the water was kept at your end.
So the wisdom in this is that you should learn to buy the things in bits, because like someone will say, I would explain it. In Ghana, there's no sikadaho. Do you get it? Hardly would you have bulk money to be able to solve all your problems.
Yes.
Because just when you're trying to gather money, you realize that something will come and you have to sort it out.
Yeah.
So we realized that, okay, fine. We wanted to marry. Just felt that was the timing. And mind you, along the line, we were also praying, seeking the face of God, going to the park together to pray and all that. And we knew, we believed God to get married that year, and God saw us through. Marriage is a faith walk. We probably did not have a lot of finances to say that, yes, to say that these people were like, these people are so ready. They are so ready to get married. But we took the initiative. We started buying the things in bits. I remember we started interviewing people to find out how, like, what went into the marriage ceremony, the money that was involved and all that. So when he gets a little money, then it's actually we push it in. And I was also supported with the little that I had and all that. And by the grace of God, everything was beautiful. Yeah. We're buying the things little by little, little by little. When I see a shoe I like, Charlie, this shoe will fit for the wedding.
Why not?
We buy. When I see this, Charlie, this one is perfect. So truth is, even though we couldn't get married in July, by July we were done.
Ready.
We're virtually ready with all the things that we needed to get married. So
so we got our rings at a very good shop.
We got our rings from Accra Central.
Yeah.
At a quality shop in Accra Central. I remember, which was recommended by a pastor friend of ours, my husband. That was it. The gown to truth is, we didn't get a store gown. We didn't get a brand new gown.
No.
We went into a shop and then we saw a gown and we said, oh, this gown, we can't take it.
Yeah.
And then
work on it
too. Gosh. We can take it and work on it to suit my preference.
Yeah.
So we took it, seamstress, to add a few touches to it. And voila, we got what we wanted.
And even the veil and all that.
The veil and all that. I had to sew my own veil and all, just so that, because you see, the marriage ceremony, don't pump so much money into the marriage ceremony.
No, the ceremony is not the main thing.
Rather, have a beautiful, simple and decent ceremony. Something that you wouldn't look back and have regrets for. If you think that you can hold a very decent, simple and amazing and affordable ceremony,
why not?
Do so.
Yeah. And
keep the rest of your money, invest into something, invest into a child fund, educational fund, something more long-lasting and profitable
than just a ceremony, a one-day ceremony.
Yes.
Where after nobody will even remember what even transpired.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I think even with my suit, a friend sponsored it.
Before I even met my husband, I had chosen my wedding colors. That's how women are. I fantasize over such beautiful things.
Yeah.
I had chosen my wedding colors, which were wine, gold, and white. So anything that we bought for the wedding was just
around that color.
By the grace of God, we got a few family members to sponsor some things.
Yes.
So it helped to make the whole ceremony glorious.
Yeah.
One other advice I want to give to you, you see, the reason why I think, or the reason why we think that you shouldn't invest so much money into your ceremony is because someone will say that, okay, let me just do the ceremony. Some people take drinks and water on credit.
Okay, yes.
I have a friend
Yes.
who got married and took drinks and water on credit.
On credits.
Because she was hoping that the gifts and the envelopes that will come would be used to pay or settle those debts. Even makeup, she did it on credit.
Ooh.
You will be shocked, I'm telling you. The best and most decent and respectable ceremony that you can do is have a ceremony that you would end up not, yes, debt-free ceremony.
Yeah.
You'd end up not owing anyone. It's not like as you are going for the honeymoon, you are thinking about the crate of malls that you have to return.
Yeah.
You know, rather invest more money even into your honeymoon than your wedding ceremony.
With regards to her stuff, we got them like a wedding gown, her shoes, her engagement cloth. We bought some, but I think at the end her father also sponsored another one. So it was
for the engagement ceremony.
For the engagement ceremony, yes.
If you have a father like mine, who is very generous and loving, we got a kente. Yes. And then when my mommy saw the kente, she said that the kente was not colorful enough. Like I stated earlier, my colors were wine, gold and white. So I bought a gold and white kente. And when my mommy saw it, she said the kente was not colorful enough. And for an engagement and a can, you should have a colorful kente, blah, blah, blah. So they decided to get me kentes.
Because you have gotten what we liked and they thought something else. So
yeah.
God bless them for us.
God bless them. Yes. God bless you, mommy. God bless you, daddy.
God bless you.
And me, I'll say no. When you get it for me, I'll wear it. And it was very beautiful. My daddy got me the first blue kente. He was like, no, this was not what my daughter selected. When he sent me the pictures on WhatsApp to choose one. And then when I chose, the person brought me something else. And after the seamstress had sewn it, I realized that I was in Takrade, so I didn't see the physical kente. And when the kente seller brought it and gave it to the seamstress, and the seamstress finished, my daddy saw the kente and realized it wasn't the color I chose. So he ordered for another kente.
Okay.
So yeah. I ended up getting two kentes for the ceremony. And it was a blessing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah. It was lovely. It was fantastic.
Stupendous. Yeah.
That's it. So yeah. Don't go around soliciting for funds and help from people.
From people, no.
If you are not ready and you are not up for it, don't do it. Don't do it, and then later come back home and come and fight each other and eat gari. So we had people who supported us because we were still.
No, but seriously, you know, sometimes spending your money eating gari is nice.
We've done it before.
You know, sometimes it's like the beginning of your life, and you can look back and remember your sufferings together.
But it shouldn't be as a result of the fact that you spent your last penny on
a ceremony.
On yes. Just a ceremony that's fleeting.
Maybe you spend the money on building something or getting something lasting, an asset. That one is worth eating the gari for. But not something to sponsor a program and then later come home and
have regrets.
Have regrets and cry.
You'll be eating and crying. Truth is, no one remembers the buffet we did for our engagement, the buffet we did for our wedding, the chairs that we used and the canopies we used for both wedding, the decor. No one remembers anything.
But if they remember anything, the fact that we got, like, when anybody sees her in town, they know this is Mrs. Labby.
Yes.
And then this is Mr. Labby. But that's all they'll remember. They will not remember even our wedding dates. If we don't remember to celebrate our anniversary. A lot of people will even forget the fact that we got married on this set date.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. Be firm about certain decisions when it comes to your engagement and your wedding ceremony.
Because it is your ceremony.
Because it is your ceremony.
Yeah.
You would have a lot of people suggesting all sorts of things to you. Your family members will tell you to do it this way and that way. If they're not bringing anything on board, hey, be respectful but firm. Tell them that this is what you have to offer, and this is how you want to do it, and this is what you are ready to spend. Because if you decide to get 10 tables of buffets, filled with food, you would have, even if it's just 50 people that came, the food will get finished because people will end up taking some home.
Yes.
Taking like 5 packs home. And the same way, if you are able to do it reasonably on 2 tables, such that everyone would be able to see, they came to support you. So you don't have to kill yourself too much for them.
They didn't come for lunch.
They didn't come for lunch. It's a time of celebration, fine, but don't spend so much time. Rather invest in your ring, because the ring is also more like a lasting asset. Yeah. If you want to have your ring on, if you are a jewelry kind of person, I think you should invest in getting a quality golden ring or a silver ring, whichever your preference may be. White gold, silver, gold, whatever. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, hit the notification button and subscribe. See you in our next video.